Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This here is a 2023 BMW M440i. This one is a rear-wheel drive model, and today we're going to check it out inside, outside, check out the engine, the exhaust, and also take it for a spin. So let's go and walk around it here. So you can see this is Alpine White. It's got the LED headlights, long grills in the front. The 4 Series, even without the M4, does come with the long grills. See, it's got these 18-inch wheels and tires. Pretty thick sidewall on this one. It does ride pretty nice. So you got blue brakes behind there. Nice little hockey stick. You see the M440 Gran Coupe does not have frames around the door. It's completely frameless. So it gives it kind of like a coupe. They call it a Gran Coupe for a reason, because it kind of has like a slick back, fastback style. The rear looks really nice. You can see we got our M440i badge. Sorry, I'm kind of in the way there. With our dual exhaust, real exhaust, but they are just outlets, but they are real exhaust. Like I said, this one is the rear-wheel drive model. But overall, I think it's a really nice looking car, especially in the back. This one does have the automatic unlock and lock, which is a little annoying, honestly, in my opinion. So I would turn that off if it was mine. But let's go ahead and check out the inside. All right, so when you walk up to it, it does have the keyless access. So you just open up the door as long as the key's in your pocket. There's that frameless door I was telling you guys about. Let's check out these materials. We got soft touch up here. We got soft touch here. It's soft here. Down here, it's just normal plastic, but it actually has a little bit of give to it. So the door panel materials are pretty nice. It does have memory seats. It does have power folding mirrors. Got the nice little M sill plate. This here is the Sensitech, black Sensitech. You can tell because it has the perforations. If it was Vernasca leather, it would not have perforations in it, which is kind of weird. How I feel like that would be the other way around, but that's the way they do it. Manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, automatic lights. We got the nice M pedal box under there. It looks just like my M2, so that looks exactly the same. Go ahead and start it up here. We got push button start. Now, since this is a 2023, it has the mild hybrid, so the starter sound is not like a normal starter sound. It kind of like just turns on. See, we got a heated steering wheel on this one. Obviously, you got your cruise control. It's not adaptive on this one. You have these nice paddle shifters. We got the iDrive 7. Some people, they prefer iDrive 7 to iDrive 8. But after owning, well, I guess I didn't own iDrive 7. My mom had iDrive 7, and I have iDrive 8 in my M2. The iDrive 8 is so much nicer because it's a lot bigger screen. It's much more clear. But this is still nice nonetheless, and this is good for people that, don't want that big screen. They like still having some buttons. But this screen does seem a little small by today's standards, especially if you're used to iDrive 8. But it does look nice nonetheless. It says M440i, goes up to 160. See, this one only has 13,000 miles on it. If we look over here, we got our maps. You have a whole bunch of different stuff you can go through. I won't go too in depth in this because you can just kind of sort it out the way you want to. But it's touchscreen. You can also use the iDrive controller down here. See, we got heated seats on this one, dual zone climate control. Down here, we have our volume and some presets, some next track, previous track, all that stuff down here. 2 cup holders and storage space right here. I'm not sure if this one has a wireless charging pad or not. I'd have to put my phone on there and try. But you got a USB, 12 volt, all your modes right here. So we got Sport, Comfort, Eco Pro, Auto Hold, your parking brake. This is all for your iDrive controller. So you can click like the home screen if you want to go back to the home screen. You can click map if you want to go to map. So you can kind of control it down here. And it's this nice matte material. It's not gloss black, which is nice because then it doesn't show the fingerprints. This one here just has a backup camera. It doesn't have the 360 option, but it does have front and rear parking sensors. So that's nice. We got storage in here. This is just like my M2. And then over here, we got a nice glove box with felt lining. Dashboard feels nice. It's a nice like soft touch dashboard. We got a nice black headliner. This one does have a sunroof. And my head, unfortunately, is touching the top on the driver's seat. But when I sit in the passenger seat, it doesn't touch the top. So that's kind of weird. The passenger seat can go lower than the driver's seat. But if you're super tall and you have a long torso like me, your head might touch the top. So I recommend testing it out for yourself. All right, let's check out the back seat and see what your backseat passengers can experience. Okay, so you can see with the tall person in the front, there's like virtually no room in the back. It does still have the nice Sensitech seats back here with the armrest, and you also have climate control. So you have your own climate control back there. This one does not have heated rear seats. It does have 2 USBs though. You have a little net back here. But you can see there's not a lot of room, but I'll hop in the passenger side so you guys can see how a 6'6" person fits in the back. All right, guys, so I moved the seat up just a little bit so we can see if I can fit back here. Okay. So with the seat moved up, my legs do fit back here, as you guys can see, but the seat is moved up pretty far. And then headroom is kind of non-existent. It kind of bumps out a little bit back here where your head goes, but it's still pretty tight back here headroom wise. But I'd say if you're like 6 feet or maybe like 5'10" or less, you'd probably be fine in the back seat. Then like I said, you do have this armrest back here with some cup holders, which is nice. Yeah, just like that. All right, one really nice benefit to the Gran Coupe is this here. This is my favorite part. So check out all this room you guys have. So you have a little cover right there, and then this cover comes down as well. And then there's all this storage space where you can put stuff. So it goes up pretty high. It's nice and deep, has nice high quality carpet in here. And then obviously you can fold the seats down for even more room. So this is like my favorite part of the Gran Coupe is this right here. All right, guys, checking out under the hood. We got this beautiful B58 inline 6 single turbo. Comes with 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It gets pretty decent gas mileage as well. You can expect to see low 20s in town and around 30 or so, maybe a little bit higher on the highway. So it's a very efficient engine, has tons of power, and we're gonna take it for a spin right now. All right, guys, so the M440i gets a lot more attention than the M440, right? It's a normal sedan. People are kind of used to it now. But what we're gonna find out in this video is if the M440i is worth a look. You guys can see that trunk space is massive. However, the headroom leaves a little bit to be desired. The M340 has a little bit better headroom, but let's see how this M440 drives. I love driving BMWs, as you guys know, if you guys watch my my channel. And this car is for sale if you guys are interested. Like I said, only 13,000 miles. It's for sale in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I'll leave some my contact info in the description in case you guys are interested. But yeah, setting off nice and smooth. Even though it's an M440i and it has upgraded sport tune suspension, it still feels pretty compliant. You know, it's not like a pillow when you're cruising down the road, but it's definitely a nice solid suspension. All right, so when we come to the stop here, we're gonna get on it just a little bit. We're still in comfort mode, just to kind of see how it accelerates in just normal driving. Transmission, extremely smooth. Power delivery, extremely smooth. The B58 is a fantastic engine. There's torque everywhere, and it's a good sounding, smooth engine. Obviously, as you guys know, the B58's been around in BMW's lineup, I think, since like 2016. All right, let's see how the turning radius is in this car. This one is a rear-wheel drive version, so we don't have any front differential or anything like that. Very sharp turning radius. Very impressive. And this steering wheel is just like an M steering wheel. Like, there's no difference other than the fact that it's missing like the M1, M2 buttons and like the M stitching, but it's the same steering wheel for the most part. All right, so let's just take off here like normal. Yeah, very smooth. Very smooth. So I'm gonna put in sport mode here. Let's try Sport Plus. That's the most aggressive setting. You guys can see there. And we're gonna do a little takeoff here. We're not gonna do anything crazy, but we're just gonna see how Sport Plus reacts. Oh yeah, a lot more responsive. When it shifts, it kind of does like a little burp when it shifts, which is really nice. Tons of torque. You can even hear little pops back there. Hopefully those are real, they're not fake, because I know they like to pipe in noise, but it sounds really good. All right, taking off here. Holding the gears longer, obviously, in the Sport Plus mode. Wow, it really shifts aggressively. it even kind of shakes the car a little bit when it shifts because it's definitely aggressive. Let's try just Sport without Sport Plus. I want to see if that changes it a little bit. Okay, so right off the bat, it's not holding the gears as long. This is probably the mode where you can just drive around if you want to just kind of be more sporty. And I think it does open up the exhaust flap as well. Let's take off a little bit here. Yeah, it feels really good. Pulls nice and strong. I wonder if traction was cutting it a little bit there, because it seemed like it didn't snap my neck back as much as I'm used to. Let me see. Let me turn traction off here. There we go. Now we're in sport traction, so maybe that will change something. It drives really good. It shifts nice and smooth and quick. Let's test out these paddle shifters here. So let's go ahead and flip it over. And then let's go downshift a couple times. Wow. I'm really impressed, honestly, with the shifts. Like, this is a M440, it's not an M4. And these shifts are pretty aggressive. Not bad at all. Let's just go on just a little bit here. It's a really solid amount of power. Like, it's a good amount of power. And this being rear-wheel drive, I mean, it's not spinning, like, at least not that I'm aware of. I have the traction off, so you might not even need X-Drive, really. I mean, X-Drive is nice if you're going for big power and stuff and you want to do like hard launches, but when we're rolling, it's not like it's spinning when we're rolling. Paddles are nice and fast. Oh yeah, that's really solid. Even first gear is smooth. One thing I noticed, the visibility out the back is not the greatest. Hopefully you guys can see that. It seems kind of like a small window back there, but not the end of the world. You can still see what's behind you. It's just not a ton of visibility. And like I said, I'm kind of sitting a little slouched in the seat because my head kind of brushes up against the top. Wow, that's solid. Such an impressive car, honestly. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put this car back. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. Like I said, if you guys are interested, definitely let me know. I'll put my info in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one.